Hey guys, welcome back to the weekly WOW. I guess it's, I don't know what chapter it is, but this goes out to everyone. Wanted to say thank you to everyone. I'm not focusing on me, that's why you're not looking at the hair, because it's today's topic, just to give you the quick previews about Gestalt versus method. Who am I to teach you? I'm really not teaching anyone. I'm guiding you, and I'm putting information out there. Sharing is caring. I'm Don Lucky Jr. here at Paramount Plus CBS, and okay, you guys have seen it all. There's two sections that I've been working on mostly. Glee Camp, which is mostly the fun and family-friendly side. Then there's Road to Chicago Prelude. Most of those chapters are going to be turned into a mini-series, like Band of Brothers style. We're going to come up with whatever it is, but that tells the story, the prelude part. Godfather ends with the coda in music. Coda is the end of a musical piece. Prelude in music is the beginning of a piece, okay? So this is really beginning to tell the story. This goes out to Tyler Hoechlin specifically, but really it's all the cast members, letting you know. First, special thanks to Carol Kirshner, the whole Wolfpack, Kaya Alexander, Tom Vaughn, Michael Jamin. Man, the list goes on. Have your wolf pack, celebrate them, love them. They take you great places like this. Okay, anyway, Gestalt. I see Harrison Ford coming out there with, he's talking about stuff. Harrison is my Force Ghost. I wanted to let you know straight out, just letting you know that. We're going to talk about word costumes. The WOW meetings were... Okay, you know, starting with Harrison, you start at the top. Ted Liss, hey look, and I'm going to get the teeth fixed too. But that's another thing. How can you have deeper voices like Donnie Carnavale if you're talking breathing? We're talking about breathing. We went through talking about how did we get all the girls to sing that note perfectly without ripping their throats out for Funny Girl. Let's look to Roger Ingram and how he pops that one note out at the end of every show 3 and 5 times. There's ways to do certain things. People, excuse me, people. Okay, people, you say the first part and you sing the last part, no matter what voice. Here comes Donnie Carnavale. People. Charlie Sheen, or Donnie Sheen. People. Donald Barrymore. People. It's you see, then it's in their own voice. It's different. That's a word costume. Mike Myers gets into this. Okay, Rob, can't think of his name now. Anyway, Rob Schneider, making copies. Again, we're going to talk about Gestalt, but real quickly, it's because there's not a lot to it. It's a mind thing. It's where you're putting your mind in. There's magic to the method. There's beauty to the method, but there's great pain and great personal loss at the method. I'm not going to name people. You know, people that have taken method to the extreme, and that's worked out great. There's great magic to it. But look, we're taking and putting movie people into TV and some unscripted people into movies. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Now, I have no problem with Kevin Costner jumping into TV, but you see, it's all about, to me, it's director, EP, producer, writer, and specifically writer. It's about beats. That's what the playlists were all about. Aaron Sorkin's got his version of mood boards. This is my version of mood boards. Also, too, leaving it at your own design, at your own time to find those things, and not only that, find the things that are attractive to you. That's why I put them all out there and keep them out there. There's no charge, no cost. That is the behind the scenes, the making of all these productions in process. That's what's going on. I should have had something to drink. Sorry. You can wear shorts. It's not an interview. You know, it's amazing, these guys that have... Wow, all right, it's a long time coming. Super cool. This movie's been 30 years in the making on that same topic. Richard Linklater with, he had a 12-year movie and he's working on a 30-year movie. How long has it been since Road to Perdition? Here's Tyler in his current age. Now, I'm keeping everyone the current age. I may use Leonardo de-aged a little bit for some great Gatsby scenes, but how this all ties together is just insane. I've called it the EGU, Extended Gangster Universe, because that's really what it is. But I focused on about 6 or 7 movies that I took clips of that lead into Road to Purgatory. Next, now we jump to Now we jump to Tyler. Tyler, thanks for sharing that, or whoever shared that clip with the thing of, whoever hit your son in Superman. It's a great shot, but that's specifically what I'm talking about. You see, Superman and all his wonders that you did with Lois and Clark, it's a different kind of villain. But I don't want to bust your chops, because now here's me. Okay, you can care or not care. As a person, as an actor, as a director, as a coach, whatever. You can care or not care. I care very deeply, because, first of all, they're emotionally involved. The people that came to me through this, I'm so incredibly thankful for, and they see the value in this and where all this is going, and the world of possibilities. It's endless. It's endless what we've got, including animation, too. Thanks, Seth MacFarlane. It's insane here, but again, the key to this was just like, I don't want to bust Matthew McConaughey's movie level acting, Christopher Nolan acting chops and beyond, and by putting him in a kids show and I don't want to overuse people, and I don't want to underuse them. So believe me, I'm completely sensitive. Everyone sees that, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And nor would I. I'd be doing something else. So that's what's going on with my sensitivity level to everything, okay? But beyond that, okay, selfishly, as the producer, I know that those shows have got to go on, and unless I have cast, unless myself is mentally fit, which I am, I've overcome a lot of obstacles. Let's keep going, okay? And here we are. Well, here's another way to keep going. Don't staple that hat, Harrison. Just want to hear. That's from Ted List. We'll get back into that in a second. Back to Tyler, okay, or Matthew. Look, I'm not here to bust chops, but just like with Tyler, if you're looking for your career to be in TV or whatever, please don't waste this unique opportunity, okay? But we're going to need to kick the levels up. I know you're completely capable of it, which is why I'm bringing people, but there's also the speed of it. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. And there's nothing here. I'm not going to stop the tape. Method takes longer. Ted List, who, very small. This, as was taught to me, that was taught to him. Marshall Kaufman Bean was one of the direct students of Ted List. He told me it was in the same class, a very small group of students that Harrison Ford being among them, Virginia and Michael Madsen and Billy Bob Thornton. These are all guys. He was also, big on Eastwood. He knew a lot of people. Ted List was amazing, okay? But I consider myself one of the true continuations of the List method, continuing with this Gestalt Malt. If you look it up, Gestalt, there's many different definitions. I found one on WordNet that says it's a configuration or pattern of elements so unified as a whole that it cannot be described merely as a sum of its parts. There's new schools that are opening up that are called Gestalt theaters, that they combine actually Meisner, who else? Stanislavski, and there's a third one. I'm sorry. And Strasbourg. I'm sorry. That's right. Gestalt theater. They describe it as an integrative, holistic, and expressive approach to psychotherapy and personal development. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Ted List style, Gestalt Malt style. Okay. And here's why. Gestalt. I call it, as I've studied it more, okay, and been in it, okay, through my musical method, which that's going to be a whole other segment, okay, musical method. But really, the musical method was my key to understanding. Look at, and thanks to Johnny Depp, too, for helping with because now here's an actor going musical method into a musical character of Beck, not Beck, Jeff Beck, okay, the guitar player. So that's what he went into, just like I will go into a Jocko bass part. I will go into any variety of flute part. I will go into a Pat Metheny or Les Paul or Slash style acoustic guitar part. But you see, and when I say method like Metheny, here's the point, it's so important. He got a new guitar, and the guitar is so expressive he can play whatever he wants. He's always played whatever he wants and changed sound forever, okay? But Okay, that was my key too, is to say method like Matheny, just like bend it like Beckham. Method like Matheny, because what he's saying is that in every note, in every second of every note, and that's what locked it in for me, is his phrasing, and that instrument can do that. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You are the instrument. You are that instrument, okay? I am so sorry. And no, I'm not going to pause. We're going to finish it up. Always keep going. So here, and I'm going to wrap it up. So method, we know that method, you have to go very, very deep to get into a method. You're eating the food that they eat, wearing the clothes that they wore, listening to the music etc. Okay, and never breaking that character. That's really hard. That's really hard. And again, there's great benefit, but taking a note from the musicians, musical method. Did you notice I can jump in? Improvisers, dull close, Second City style improvisers can jump in and out of a character easily. Is that right, Don? That's right. So instead of making copies, I really want to play piano and talking to about 2.5 men or women. That's a floating gestalt, you see, because I'm not just repeating in a character voice the characters. I'm in that gestalt. Now, while I'm in there, am I wearing that bowling shirt and shorts? Absolutely, in my mind. Same thing with the music. But don't you see? What methods, what techniques can we have as individuals that we can go to for those roles that we can jump in and out of easily, nailing it each and every time? Because the next thing that's past us is the beauty of that first take, the energy of that first take. Not just for time and money, for the preservation of your image, for the preservation of you. And I may have to pause this for some water, but the gestalts, it's completely different. That was a quick preview. We may get into it more, but when I say gestalt, the floating gestalt is what you want to be in. The floating gestalt, because then you're that character, and that's why I chose that one definition over the others. Because what's the other definition? The other one is it's a zeitgeist. All this different stuff that to me is not correct. I'm sorry here. A system of stuff that appears to take on an existence of its own beyond the sum of its parts. Well, okay, so that's right. When you're in the gestalt, you're wearing whatever you want to wear. You're saying whatever you want to say. You're comfortable in that, you see. So, and with that comfort, you get, I've been taught method in, method out. But you really can't method in and method out. You can gestalt in and gestalt out, and that's what it's all about for self-preservation. And we may finish it here. I want to say thank you very much to everyone. What is it here on Harrison Ford? Whoops. What is Harrison saying here? He goes, he just wanted to disparage it. Your mother wouldn't want him to do, or your acting coach, and that's what pulled me in with the TED list. So, just thank you. I'm going to put out more broadcasts like this. I don't know what he's saying in the rest of it, but that's what brought me in. So that's what we're looking at. So for Tyler, take and watch all 600 chapters of the Road to Chicago, because you're in it, okay, and you're featured. Here's the other key, and I'm really not going to put out spoilers, but there are no spoilers. I want you to focus on that here, okay, on Thomas Shelby, Peaky Blinders character. I want you to focus on Richard Harrow, Boardwalk Empire character. I want you to focus on Tommy Darmody character, because like them, you're at war and a killer from that, but also you're more like Thomas Shelby than Richard Harrow and Tommy Darmody, okay? But you're your own person, and I want you to see all three of them to understand. I also want you to read. I want you to read through your parts. You can read all of it if you want at thehollywoodhotline.com. Click on Glee Camp on the bottom of the page. Look for Road to Purgatory, and that's the full script. Okay, it does not contain books 3 and 4 shows you the preview and summary, but it doesn't contain those. That's what's going on. And another thing too is, again, all of this is to make it easier for people to get into their role and get into that scene and do what we have to do, okay? Because I'm really big on focusing on that connection. We'll all see it and we'll all feel it, okay, and be happy with it. I'm just making it easier and more repeatable. And to get there is a type of metric. That's what's going on. Thanks for being here. This is the Weekly WOW, and wow, I'm out of here.